Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Steven. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can customize your Divi shop page. If you use Divi, you know by default this is what your shop page will normally look like, and you can see this is not looking very good, and they also don't have the add to cart button on the shop page. But this is the shop page that we're going to be creating today. By the end of this video, you're going to have a beautiful shop page like this. I will show you how you can customize your shop page to look exactly like this. You can see here that we have some product categories over here that you can click on and go to that particular category, and then over here we have the latest offer. Obviously you can change this to whatever you want, and here we also have the product categories as well and the recent comments. If you scroll up here, you can see that this product category that we have here will stick to the top while we are scrolling on the page, and then it will stick until we get to this section of the page. Once we get here, you can see that this product category here will now start scrolling with the rest of the page, and then here we also have some sales as well for new arrivals or whatever you want. You can put whatever you want in here, and we also have the latest product. And you can also see here on these products that we have the add to cart button here. If you go back here, you can see that we don't have any add to cart button, and also here you can see different ways you can display your add to cart button. You can see here that we have it on full width, but over here you can see that we have it side by side with the price, so we have 50% and 50% here. So there's different ways you can display your add to cart button. I will show you the other ways once we get into the tutorial. So this tutorial is for people that already have Divi website and they want to customize their shop page. If you don't have a Divi website yet and you want to create one, I will recommend checking this video out. You can watch the video and then you can create your beautiful e-commerce Divi website. You can also see here on the video that I have time stamped. You can jump to any section of the video at any time. So this is the video to watch if you don't have a Divi website yet. But if you already have a Divi website and you want to customize your shop page, then you can continue watching this video. So before we get started, if you can go ahead and smash that like button, I will really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and click on that post notification icon so you get notified every time I upload a video like this. So let's go ahead and log into a WordPress website so I can show you how you can transform your Divi shop from something boring like this to something really beautiful like this. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've gone ahead and logged into a WordPress website right here. If we go here and refresh this page, you can see the shop page that we have right now. So let's go back here to dashboard. Let's scroll down here and go to Divi. So we're going to be creating this template inside the Divi theme builder. You can see here that I already have a lot of templates here. So if you don't have any Divi template yet, you're not going to see any of these templates here. So these are all the templates that I've created before. If you don't have any template inside here, that's fine. You're going to see this button right here. So go ahead and click on add a new template. From this template setting, go ahead and select what we want to create the template for. So in this case, we want to create a template for the shop page. So scroll down all the way until you see the shop page. Go ahead and select the shop page and then click on create template. So now you can see the template that we created right here. So let's go ahead and rename the template so we know what we are working with. So let me go ahead and change this to tutorial template. Okay, so I've gone ahead and changed this to tutorial template sample. So now all we need to do is to go ahead and create a custom body for the template. So go ahead and click on add a custom body, then click on build custom body. So we want to create something like this, right? So what we need to do is to go ahead and create this section right here. So we already have a section here. Let's go ahead and add a row, and then inside the row, let's add a text module. Select the text module. Now let's go ahead and type shop page in here. So we have the shop page. Let's go in here and change it to heading 1, and then let's go here and click on the pencil icon, and then go over here. You can change this font to whatever you want. I will change this to Poppins, and then regular, we'll make it bold, and then I'll make it all capital letter. And then from here you can give it a color. Let's give it a red color for now, and then the text alignment, we can center that to the middle like this, and then the text size, we can adjust that text size from here if we want, but for now I'll leave it on 40, and then go ahead and click this check mark to close this. And now let's go back here to the section. Let's go ahead and add a background image. So click on background image, select the image. If you don't have the image, you can go ahead and drag and drop it right here. So let me go to the media library and select a random image. So I'll go ahead and select this same image that we have here, and then from here we'll leave this on cover, and then this one we'll leave it on center, and then the background image position, I will change that to top left, and then the repeat we'll leave it on no repeat, and then the background blend mode we are going to change this to overlay. And now let's go back here to background color, and then from here we can go ahead and select the background color that we want. I will select black, and then click here to reduce the opacity like this. So once you reduce the opacity to your liking, you can go ahead and click on this check mark right here. Now let's go back to design tab, click on spacing, and then from here let's go ahead and give this padding. So I'm going to give this maybe, so we'll give it 10% on the top, and then if you click on this button right here to link it, it will also give it 10% on the bottom. And then we can change this text right here to another color. Let's go ahead and change that to maybe white. Let's click on the pencil icon here, and then go here and change the text to white. Okay, so you can see that's similar to what we have here. So now let's go ahead and grade this section right here. So what we need to do is to click on this blue plus icon right here, and then go ahead and select regular, and then from here we are going to choose these 3 column rows, and then inside the first column we want to add title and a text, and then also a button. So what we can do here, we add a text, and then let's go here and copy this. So let's go ahead and delete this. Let's paste the text that we just copied, and then we can go ahead and change this to heading 2. And now let's go ahead and add another text module. So we have another text module right here. Let's go ahead and reduce this. And also another thing you can do is to have the title and the paragraph inside the same text module. So if you want to do that, you can come in here and click enter, and then here we can paste the text that we copied earlier. We can go ahead and highlight this one, and then we can change this one to heading 2, and then this one will become the title, and then this one will become the paragraph. You can see once we click on it, it will show heading 2. If we click on this one, it will show paragraph. So in that case, we can go ahead and delete this first one right here. So instead of using 2 modules, you can achieve the same thing using just 1 module. And now the next thing we need to add is a button. So we select this button, and then we add the button here. So we have the title, the paragraph, and also the button. So let's go ahead and click on this row setting right here. And now we want to work on the first column. So go ahead and click on the setting for the first column, and then inside here we want to give this a background image. So select this plus icon, go ahead and give it any background image that you want. For this one, I'm just going to select this random image right here. So now you can see what it looks like. So let's go to design tab, go to spacing, and then inside here let's add like maybe 50 pixels. And then we click this link button here to add 50 at the bottom as well. And then if you want to increase it, you can also do this like this. Maybe we make it something like 75 like this, or maybe 80. Okay, that's good. And then on the side, the left and right, maybe we can add maybe 25 pixels in here. We also add 25 on the right as well. And now let's go back to the background color here. Let's go back here and go to image. We have this image here. Let's scroll down to the blend mode. Let's change that to overlay, and then go back to background color. Let's add a background color. Let's add this black color right here, and then we can go ahead and reduce the opacity. And now you can see it will look something like this. And then if you go back here, you can see that we have these rounded corners here. Let's go back here and click on the setting icon again, go to design, and then scroll down to borders, and then here we can add maybe 15. Okay, so that's the rounded corner that we have here. And then over here you can also see that we have this hover effect, right? So once you hover over it, it will zoom in a little bit like this. If you want to add something like that, you can scroll down here to transform, and then go ahead and click on this icon here, and then select the hover tab. And then here, once you hover over it, we want it to scale a little bit like this. Obviously not too much. We have 100, maybe we can add this to maybe 110 or 105. Let's try 105. So 105 like this. Let's go back to desktop. So once you hover over it, it will scale like this, a little bit like that. Okay, so that's how we achieve this. And then you can also see that the background color becomes a little bit lighter like this. So let's go back here and try something like that. So let's go back to background. You can see how dark this is. Maybe we can make this a little bit darker like this. Now let's go to the hover tab, and now let's click this again and reduce the opacity a little bit like this. Now let's go back to the desktop tab. So right here, let's go ahead and select the text module again. Let's click on the pencil icon. Let's change the text to white and change this one to white as well. So let's go ahead and customize the button a little bit too. So I'm not going to go into details on how to customize your Divi website. I do have another details tutorial on how to use Divi, how to customize it. If you don't know how to use Divi yet, I will recommend watching that video first. I'll leave a link to the video in the description box below. So let's go ahead and do a minor customization here. Let's change the text button. Let's change that to shop now. And then let's click on design and click on button. Let's use use a custom style for the button, and then over here you can change the button text color. So right now you can see the text color, we can change that to white if we want, something like this. And then the background, we can change that to whatever we want, maybe something like this. Like I said, I'm not going to be customizing this button. We can change the border radius like this. So go ahead and play around with the customization. Once you're happy, you can go ahead and click on this check mark right here. So now that we have this design right here, what we can do now is to go ahead and click on the setting icon here. We can go here and delete this one as well, and then we can duplicate this one, duplicate it again. Now you can see that we have 3 of them. If we go to design tab here, click on size, we can click on use custom border width, and here we can reduce this border width right here, the space that we have in between. We can change that from 3 to 2, so that's looking a lot better. So let's go ahead and click on save. So you can see the little space that we have here and the space that we have right here. Let's go ahead and click on the setting icon again. Let's go to design, spacing, and then here we want to add 0 here. We add 0 here. We also add 0 at the bottom like this, and now it will look like this. So let's go ahead and click on save changes here. Let's click on this X button here to close this, and then let's go here and click on save changes. So if you put your mouse over here for the template that we're creating, you can see that it will tell you that this template is for the shop page. So now let's go ahead and refresh the shop page. So once you refresh the shop page, you can see what we have so far. This is what our shop page is going to look like. Once you hover over it, it will zoom in like this, and it will brighten up a little bit. So you can see that everything is working fine. So let's go back here and continue the design. Let's click on the pencil icon again. So the next thing we need to do now is to go ahead and add this section right here. So what we need to do now is to add a 2-column row. So inside here, we can click on this green button here and add a new row. We add a 2-column row, but because we want this one to be small and then this one to be a little bit bigger, we're going to add this one right here. We add this one, and then inside our first row, we want to add sidebar. Okay, so we have the sidebar here, and then inside the second column, we want to add the Divi shop module. So let's go ahead and scroll down all the way here, and then click on Woo modules, and then we want to select the Woo products. And then at any point, if you want to change the size of the columns that we have here, you can click on this icon right here. And now we have this column. We can go ahead and change to this column if we want. You can see that's looking a lot better. And then if we click on the setting icon here again, we can go here for the border width. We can go to design, sizing, and use custom border width. We can change this to 2 again. And just like any Divi module, you can go ahead and customize these modules that we have here. If you click on the setting icon for the sidebar, the first thing we need to do is to go to design and disable this separator here. Let's go ahead and click on layout and click on no. Right here, we don't want this separator border to show. We can give this a different background color so you guys can see what we're working with. We give it this background color for now. Maybe we can reduce the opacity a little bit, something like this. And then let's go back to design and click on spacing, and then right here we want to give this maybe 10 pixels on the top, and then the bottom, and also 10 pixels on the right, and then also on the left, or maybe let's do 15 pixels like this, and then 15 on the top and 15 at the bottom. Then let's go to border and give this rounded corners. Let's give it 15 pixels. All right, so you guys can see that we're getting closer to what we have here. So what we need to do again is to click on this green button icon here and select the first column setting, and then let's go to the advanced tab. Let's go to scroll effect, and then here we want this to stick to the top. Let's go ahead and click on stick to the top, and then we're going to add the sticky offset. Maybe we can add 10 pixels here, and then the bottom sticky limit, we want this to end on the row, so we're going to select the row. So once we get to this row right here, it will start scrolling with the rest of the page, just like we have it right here. You can see it will stick to the top until we get here, and then it will start scrolling. So let's go ahead and click OK here. Okay, so now that we have this customized, the next thing we need to do is to go ahead and customize the products. You can go here just like every other Divi module. You can go ahead and click on the product module. We click here, and then we can go ahead and customize this. We can click on this to change the title. We can make this bold if we want, like that, and then we can click on the price. We can make this center to the middle like this. We can change the color to anything that we want, and then we can change the font weight to something like this. And then if we click on this one again, we can also center this to the middle. So you get the idea. You can follow the same process and customize it to your liking. You can also click on the cell badge icon here to customize it. We can change the color, and then you can scroll down here and change the rounded corners to whatever you want like this. And then the image, if you click on this icon right here, you can go ahead and customize the image however you want. We can give it a borderline like this, and then we can give it a rounded corner. Maybe we give it 15 like this, and then we can change the color and maybe reduce the opacity a little bit like this. Then go ahead and click on save changes. And now if you look over here, that is similar to what we have over here, but you're probably wondering why we don't have the add to cart button here. If you go over here, you can see that we have the add to cart button, right? But you're probably wondering why we don't have that here, and this is because we are using the default Divi module. If you want to have the add to cart button, you will need to use a different plugin, and that plugin is called the Divi Flash. Unfortunately, it's not free. Here is the pricing. If you are using it for individual website, you can go ahead and grab the personal pack, which is just for one website, and then you're going to get all the modules that they have. And if you are using this for unlimited website and you prefer to pay yearly, you can go ahead and grab the business pack, and then you can use it on unlimited website. And then if you're an agency and you're using it to create client website, I would recommend going with the agency pack, because that way you don't have to pay this every year. You just pay it once and then you can use it on unlimited website. And this is really good because it's not just for adding add to cart button to your shop page. You can use it to create pretty much anything that you want. If you go back over here to my home page, you can see that I'm using the same module to create this really nice tab that I have right here. And what's really nice about this Divi Flash tab module is that you can display pretty much any Divi template inside the Divi library. You can display it inside this tab module. You can see right here, if you click on this tab, you can see that I have this contact form here. This contact form, I actually created it inside the Divi library, and then you can just select that contact form and then display it inside this tab using a shortcode. And you can see here that I'm also using it to create this beautiful table that you have right here. You can see that the table is also responsive. I do like this plugin, so if you want to get it and check it out, you can go ahead and check it out. They have a lot of other modules that you can use, not just these modules. If you click here on Divi modules, you can see that they have 30 plus modules that you can add to your existing Divi modules. This will help you to create Divi website really fast. Instead of trying to mess around with code here and there, you can just use the modules and create beautiful Divi website faster. You can come to this page and check out all the modules for yourself, and then if you decide to purchase the plugin, you can go ahead and use WPLifestyle 20 to get 20% discount on checkout. So if you go here and click on buy now, and then over here you can go ahead and click here to add your coupon code. Let's go ahead and add WPLifestyle 20. So once you add WPLifestyle 20 in here and click apply, now you can see that you get 20% off. So instead of paying $39, you'll be paying $31 depending on the plan that you are going with. So whichever plan you are going with, go ahead and use that WPLifestyle 20 to save 20%. So let's go back here and continue the tutorial. So this is the default Divi module. If you don't want to spend money on that, obviously you can always go ahead and continue using the default Divi module. The only difference here is that you will not have the add to cart button, but if that is something that you want, you will have to go ahead and grab that plugin and then you can use it. Alright, so if you go back over here, you can see that we have this latest offer here, so you can change this to pretty much anything that you want. Let's go back here. We can add a text. We can click on this black plus icon here, and then we can add a title. Okay, so we have the text module selected. We can go back here. Let's go here and copy the text. Of course, you can change this to pretty much anything that you want. I'll paste it in here, and then we change the tag to heading 3. And if we click on it like this, we can go here and change the font. We can change this to Poppins. We can change the font weight. We can change that to maybe bold like this. And then we can change the font style. We make it all capital letter, and then we align that to the left. And then what we need to do is just drag it and then put it over here on the top. So to add space in between here, all we need to do is to click on the green setting icon here for the row, and then we go inside here and go to spacing. And now we want to add a top margin, so we'll add maybe 50 pixels. So that's 50 pixels here. I think that's looking good. Or maybe we can add 40. I think 40 is better. Let's go ahead and click on content here. Click on the setting icon for the second row. Let's click there. Let's go ahead and give this a background color, something like this. Maybe we can reduce the opacity like this. I don't know if you can see it, but a little bit something like this. And then now keep in mind we're still inside the second column like this. Let's go to design tab, go to spacing, and then we can add maybe 30 pixels on the top. We add 30 pixels here on the top. We add 30 pixels at the bottom, and then on the side maybe we can add 25 pixels on the left side and also 25 on the right side. And now let's go to border, and then we can give this rounded corners maybe 15 pixels. All right, let's go ahead and click on save changes. All right guys, so now that you have an idea how this works, let's say we want to grade this button section here. This is super easy to do. All you have to do, instead of grading everything from scratch, all you have to do is to come back here and duplicate this row. We duplicate the entire row, which is the green section here. We duplicate that. Now let's go ahead and click on the row setting here. We click on the row setting, and then we can delete delete the first column, which is this one that have the sidebar inside. And then if you click on the shop module, you can go inside here and then we can change how many products that we want to display. And then we can also select the column layout. Maybe we can change this to 3 and that will look exactly like what we have over here. And then all you need to do is to come back here and change the text that we have here to whatever you want it to say. Let's say you want it to say latest product or selling product, best selling product, and that's pretty much it. You can see that you're pretty much done. And then this other sales banner section that we have here is pretty much easy to create as well. We go back here, we select the row, we select maybe this one, we select this one right here, and then inside the first column we add an image and we also add this section here. So what we need to do, we go here, we add a blob module, we add a blob. So that's the blob module right there. So that blob module already have the image, the title, and also the text. All you have to do is to change the title right here, change the text, just like we have over here. You can change the title to whatever discount you are giving. So for now, I will change this to 20%, and then the paragraph, maybe I'll reduce that a little bit, something like this. And then the image, we can go here to image and icon, and then we can select an image. Maybe we can select this soccer ball right here and click upload image. Now let's go here to design and click on image. We want to align that image to the left. Now you can see the text we have here is not looking good. We need to add some spacing here. So let's go to design tab, go to spacing. We can add maybe 25 pixels here on the top and also at the bottom, and then we can also add 25 pixels on the left and also on the right, and it will look something like this. We can come in here and click on the black plus icon, and then we can add a button. So once you add the button here, instead of designing the button from scratch again, if you already have a button that you designed already, so let's say this one's right here, all you can do, you can just come in here and copy the button, or you can just copy the module style like this, and then we can scroll down here and paste that module style on this button. We paste the module style here. Now you can see that we have the same design here. You can see that we have the same style, and then inside the right column here, we can do exactly the same thing. We can go ahead and actually duplicate this one, and then we move it over here to the right, and this time we don't want to use any image. We can go ahead and delete that image. We click on image and icon and delete the image. So let's go ahead and click on the column setting for the second column, which is this one right here, and then we go to borders over here. The rounded corners will give it 15 pixels again, and then the border width will add maybe 1, and then give it a color, whatever color that we want, and then maybe we can reduce the opacity a little bit. And now let's go to the design tab again and go to spacing, and this time maybe we want to use percentage. We want to add a lot of space on the top and the bottom as well. Maybe we can add maybe 10%. All right, we add 10% on the top, we also add 10% at the bottom like this. Maybe we can make it 15%. And then the next thing to do is to go ahead and give this column a background image. We can go here and select any image that we want. Let's say for example, I was using this one, I will use that one again, and something like this, right? It will look like this. And then here, still under the image, we can change the blend mode to overlay, and then come back to background color and give it any color that we want. You can give it red, but I'll give mine white, and then I will reduce the opacity like this. Okay, and that's looking really nice, you can see. And then if you want, you can also come in here and go to spacing, and then you can add some padding in here. Maybe you can add like 25, can add 25 pixels, and also add 25 pixels on the left as well. It will look like this, or you can add like 50 pixels, but anything you add here, if you want it to look like this, for example, so make sure you go to the mobile version like this. That's not looking good on mobile phone, right? So maybe here you can change the mobile phone to 25, and this is looking a lot better, right? So this is 25, and then if you go back to desktop, we'll still have that 114 right here, right? So that's looking really nice. So that's what you can do. You can also go ahead and grab a button and add it right here, or you can just make the whole column a button. If you click on this column again, we can add the button link here. Now you can see over here that this whole column will become a link, and this one is not a link. You have to click on the button. If you want to do the same thing here, you can go ahead and delete this button, and then you can make just this section a link. Let's go ahead and reduce the size of the image a little bit. Let's go to image and icon and reduce the width a little bit like this. I think 90% is perfect, something like this. And now if we want that to be up here, we can go ahead and grab it. We drag this row, and then we just go here and drop it right here. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh the page. So you can see that this is looking nice already, and this is how you can create your custom page. You can add any Divi modules that we have in here on your page if you want. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is how to use the Divi Flash module. Right now you can see that we're just using the default Divi module. So if the default Divi module is all you want to use, that's fine. But just keep in mind that when a customer wants to buy multiple products on your website, they will click on that particular product that they want to buy and go to that particular product page to add that product to the cart, and then they will go back to your shop page and then do the same thing over and over again. It's not a very good customer experience. But if you have the add to cart button like this on your shop page, the customer can just add this product to the cart, add this one, add pretty much all the product they want right here on the cart before they can go ahead and click on view cart, and then this will take them to the cart page. This is where they are going to see all the product they added on the cart page. So here you can see that we also have a custom cart page. If you want your cart page to look like this, I'll leave the link to the video in the description box below. We also have a custom checkout page, which is also similar to this one as well. I will also leave the link in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check those out so you can customize those pages too. So let's go back to the shop page right here. So like I said before, if you just want to use the default Divi shop module, that means this tutorial is done. You're pretty much done customizing your shop page, so congratulations. And then for those of you that want to use the Divi Flash module to add this add to cart button on your shop page, let me go ahead and show you how you can do that. So let's go back here, click on add a new module. So this time we're going to add the product grid. So let's type product here. So here is the product grid, and this is from Divi Flash. You can see the Divi Flash icon here. So once you select it, it's going to look like this. It's going to ask you to add a new element. So how the module works is that you're going to add every single element that you want to show on that particular product. So let's go here and add a new product element. So click on the plus icon, and then here we want to select the type of element that we want to add. Obviously we want to add the product image first, so we select the product image. You can go ahead and customize your product image. You can select the image scale type. Maybe we can select zoom in. So once you hover over it, it will zoom in like this. So you have more customization over here, and let's go ahead and add all the elements, and then we can go ahead and do the customization. So all the customizations are pretty much the same like default Divi modules, so there's nothing different, nothing new. So let's go back here and add a new element. So the next thing we need to add is to add the product price, or maybe the product title. Let's go ahead and add the product title. So you can see what we have here. We have the product title. Let's go here and add a divider. We add this divider right there. And now let's go ahead and add one more. Let's go ahead and add the product price, add the add to cart button. Okay, so we have all the elements that we need here. If you want to add more, you can obviously add pretty much any of these elements that they have here. And then if you add any element that you don't like, you can go ahead and delete that element like this. Just click on the delete icon here to delete it. And now that we have everything in here, we can go ahead and start customizing it. So let's go ahead and get started with the image. Let's click on the image icon here. And then if you click on the design tab, we can go ahead and click on the border. So this is where we can give the image rounded corners. We can give it maybe 15 pixels, and then we can give it a border width, maybe 1 pixel like this, and then we can change the color to whatever we want. Let's go ahead and change that to red. Just for the sake of this tutorial, we change it to red, and then we can reduce the opacity a little bit. Obviously you can go ahead and use your own brand color, and that's all the changes that we want to do here for now. Now let's go to the title and do the same thing. Let's go in here, and then we can change the title to whatever tag that we want. We have H2 here. If you want to change it to H1, H3, you can do that. I'll leave it on H2 for now. And then here we have the animation setting. You can leave it on always show, or maybe you can change this to show on hover. That means it will be hidden until you put your mouse over the image, and then it will show like this. Or you can just put it on hide on hover, and it will be showing like this, and then it will hide once you put your mouse over here. So I'll leave it on always show for now. And then let's go to design tab, and then over here we have spacing. We can add padding or margin. If we add margin on the top, that will add space right here on the top like this. Maybe 20 pixels is fine. And then here we can change the font style. Maybe we can change that to Poppins. We can also change the weight to whatever we want, maybe bold, and then we can make it all capital letter if we want. And we can also align that to the middle. Maybe we can change this to medium. Now let's go back here to divider. So that divider, if we click on divider line right here, we can change the height. We can change that to 1 like this. And then we have the primary color and the secondary color, and then we have the direction. So I don't think you will see this. Let's go ahead and give these 2 different colors. If we select this color, and also maybe we make this a little bit bold so you can see it. Now if we mess around with the divider color direction, you can see the color direction, right? It will move around. And then if you mess around with the starting position, it will go like this. And then the same thing also goes with the end position like this. And then if you click on the animation settings here, you can see that this is on always show. We can change this to to show on hover so that it will only show up when you hover your mouse over here. And let's go back and select on the price element. We select on the price element and then we can customize that. So we have the send animation settings here as well. And then we also have the design tab here. If you go on the pricing style, here we can select the off price. We can change the font weight to bold, and then maybe we can change the color to a different color. Maybe we change that to red like this, and then we go to regular price and we can change the font weight to bold like this, and then maybe we can change the color to black. And then the text alignment, we can align that to the middle, and then we can change the size to maybe 20. So you get the idea. You can play around with it. The one I really want to show you is the add to cart button. So let's click on the add to cart button right here. So once you click on the add to cart button right here, you can add any text that you want here. Maybe you can add something like add to basket or something like that. And then we also have the same settings here. If you want to use icon, you can go ahead and click that here. You can add maybe like a cat icon, or maybe a shopping bag like this, right? So you can see the icon right here on the corner. If you want to use that, this is something you can do, and then you can decide where you want to show the icon. Right now we're showing it on the right. If you want it to be on the left side, you can change that to the left like this. So from here, maybe we can give this a background color. We can go ahead and click on any background color that we want. This is the background color right here. We can give it red. Just for the sake of this tutorial, we'll give it red for now. And then we can go here and change the text color to, white, and then we can align that to the middle. And then maybe we can change the border style. We add rounded corners. We add 15 pixels here. And then if you want more space in here, you can add padding in here. We can add maybe 5 pixels here on the top, and then we can add 10 pixels at the bottom, or maybe nothing on the top and then 5 pixels on the bottom, right? You can see now that this button is full width. Obviously we can mess around with it a little bit more to get it exactly how we want it. If you want to have like hover color, for example, you can go back to background here, and then we can select the hover icon here and then click on the hover tab here, and we can change the color to a different color, maybe this color like this. That means once you hover over the button, it will change to that color. So now that we have that, if you go back over here, you can see that we also have this button style here. Maybe you want to have the price and the button side by side. All you have to do is to come in here where you have all the elements, and then from here click on the price icon setting, and then click on the element tab here, and then this display button right here, go ahead and select how you want this to display. You can go ahead and select inline. So we want this to display inline, right, like this. And now let's go back here and select the add to cart button as well, and then click on the element tab again and click on the display type. Let's go ahead and display that in line as well. Now you can see that both of them will be in line like this. And now we want to align this to the middle. So because we have both of them in line, we cannot do that inside these setting icons here. We have to go to the main setting icon inside this tab module, and then we select the alignment tab here, and that will align everything to the middle like this. So this is where you can customize everything, where you can change the layout. So for example, if we want to have maybe 4 columns right here, we can go ahead and select 4 columns here, and now you can see that we'll have 4 columns in here. And you can see this button, we need some space in here. You can go back here to all elements and then click on add to cart button, and then we can go to design tab and go to spacing. Inside here we want to add padding to the left and right. Maybe we add 5 pixels here and also add 5 pixels here on the right as well. So you get the idea. This is pretty much the same with every other Divi modules that you already know how to use and customize. You can follow the same process and customize the module to your liking, and then you can go ahead and click on save changes. So we can go ahead and close this now. Click on save all changes. Now if we go back here, you can see what we have. Go ahead and refresh the page. Once you refresh the page, you can see that we now have the add to cart button right here. You can see that this is really nice. So that's how you can customize your Divi shop page using the default Divi modules, or you can just use the Divi Flash modules to add the add to cart button on your website. And just for watching this video, I've gone ahead and created this template so you guys don't have to go through the process of creating it, or maybe you're trying to grade it and you're not getting it. Don't worry, I've graded everything for you. All you have to do is to go ahead and import the template inside your Divi builder, and then you can go ahead and start using it on your website. To download the template, all you have to do is to go to this website, shop.wplifestyle.com/freebies. I will also leave the link in the description box below. Once you're on this website, you can go ahead and click me to download. So once you put your name and email, the file will be sent to your email address. Go ahead and click on the link on that email to download download the files. Once you download the file, go ahead and unzip the file because the file is inside a zip folder. Once you unzip the folder, you will see all the files right here. This is the folder that you're going to download. Once you unzip it, you're going to see all these JSON files. So we have all the templates in here. We have the cart page, we have the checkout page, we have the Divi Flash shop page, and we also have the default Divi module shop page. So go ahead and grab the one that you need. So if you're using the Divi shop module, you can go ahead and grab this one. And then if you are using the default Divi module, you can go ahead and grab this one. So let me show you an example here. Let's go ahead and log into another WordPress website. Okay, so I've gone ahead and logged into another WordPress website here. Let me go ahead and show you the site so you see what the shop page looks like. So this is the shop page right now. So this is gaming collections, right? So this is the shop page that we have right now, right? You can see the website that we are currently on. So let's go back here on the dashboard and go to the Divi theme builder. So we go here and click on the theme builder, and here you can see all the templates that we have. All you have to do here is to go ahead and click on this portability icon here. Once you click on that and then click on import, so make sure you uncheck this if you don't want this to override anything that you already have inside your Divi theme builder. Once you uncheck this, go ahead and grab the file that you want. So let's say for example, I have the Divi Flash and I want to use this Divi Flash shop module. I will grab that and then drop it right here like this. So once you drop that there, go ahead and click on import, and that is going to go ahead and import that template for you. So now you can see this is the template right here. You can see the name over here. So all you have to do is to click on the sign-in icon here and then go ahead and assign this to the shop page. Select the shop page. It's going to tell you that this is already assigned to another template, and then if you want to override it, go ahead and click on save. And then let's go back here and refresh the page. You can see the page that we have. Let's go ahead and refresh the page. So once you refresh the page, now you can see what we have. We're going to get this error message here, and the reason why we're getting this error message is because I don't have the Divi Flash plugin installed on this website. So you're going to get the same error if you don't have the Divi Flash plugin on your website and then you're trying to use this particular template. And if you're still wondering how to download this plugin and activate it on your website, or how to activate the license on your website, you can go ahead and check this video out. In this video that I made here, I explained everything in details, how you can get the plugin, how you can activate it. So in this case, since I don't have the plugin, I can go ahead and use the default Divi template. Let me go ahead and import that one. So go here and uncheck this. Now let's go back here and grab the default template. So this is the default shop module. So this one, you don't need any plugin to use this one. So let's go ahead and import this one. Click on import template, and that is going to go ahead and import that template for you. You can see the template right here. Let's go ahead and click on the sign-in icon and go ahead and assign the shop module to that one. You can see that this one is already assigned to this one. Once we click save, the shop page is now assigned to our new shop template. Let's go ahead and click on save changes. Let's go back here and refresh this page. So once you refresh the page, you can see what we have. You can see we have the default Divi shop module, and this is looking really nice. You can go ahead and customize it and change all these colors to your own brand color, right? So it's going to use your own product. So all you have to do now is to go back here and click on the pencil icon here, and then go in here and make any changes that you want to make, just exactly like what we did before. You can change the title color, you can change the images, you can change everything that you have in here. Once you finish, you can go ahead and click on save changes. Once you save that, you can close this and then come back here and refresh the page, and all the changes will automatically apply right here. So guys, this is pretty much how you can create a custom Divi shop page for your website. We also have a custom cart page, which is going to look like this. If you want to know how we created this, I'll leave the link to this video in the description box below. You can check it out and customize your own cart page. And then we also have a custom checkout page. If you also want to check that out, I will leave the video in the description box below as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, and don't forget to click on the post notification icon so you get notified every time I upload a video like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.